Alva out of New York. Alva, thank you for calling and holding there. What's up?
Hi.
Hey, first time
Hi,
calling.
Hake. So I have a question. So I've been following you guys, Jesse and everybody, the Anchor Baby, for years now. Since I used to watch The Fallen State first, and then I started following all of you around 2021, and I used to watch every day. I stopped watching about 2 to 3 months ago. Once I started to see everything that was happening with the Epstein files and how Jesse was approaching that situation, defending Trump and defending things that I think are undefendable, and you too. So that's why I started to watch. I stopped watching because I felt like it was just too much. It was very hypocritical on your end. So now I decided to watch today, and I was wondering, how are you feeling about the whole situation that's happening, and how do you feel about Nick Fuentes, since he is such an they call him anti-Semite. So I want to know, how do you feel about him, and how do you feel about everything that's going on now that we have realized that Trump is Israel first, America first. I know that you used to like Marjorie Taylor Greene and
Yeah, the Queen.
so what's going on now? What are you guys up to? How do you feel about this whole situation? Because I feel like a lot of us that were Trump supporters are turning, and we're no longer following that. And I want to know how you guys are feeling about it.
Well, I totally love our future president, and I totally love our current president. What do you mean by hypocritical? What's hypocritical?
Well, when you guys try to defend Trump and say and follow up with when he said that it's a hoax, the Epstein files is a Democrat hoax.
Yeah.
And he tries to act
Isn't
like
that
it's
true?
not a big deal. Well, I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure about one thing or the other, but I know that when
Did
he
you
was
notice that the Democrats are jumping on it?
well, everybody's jumping on it at this
Right.
point.
And so with
But
the
I see that
Democrats
he's
jumping on it,
changing.
just stay with me on this hoax, the Democrat hoax claim that Trump made. The fact that the Democrats jumped on it, don't you think that makes that their whole claim about it is fake?
Well, no, I think it's both parts are involved. I think the
No, but how
Democrats
about we're
and the
talking about the
Republicans.
Democrats? Are the Democrats fake in pretending to care about the Epstein thing?
No, I don't think they care.
Yeah, exactly.
But
So it's
I don't
so it
think
is a
the
Democrat
Republicans
hoax.
care either.
What's that?
I don't think the Republicans care either. I think Trump was
Right, but the
saying
point
one thing and
is
then he changed.
the point is the Democrats and the media are all talking about Epstein because they're pretending like it's going to hurt Trump. And that's why they in their imaginations it hurts Trump. And in your
Yeah,
imagination,
that's one thing.
it hurts Trump too. And so he called it a Democrat hoax. And you guys fell for it.
Well, no, because it's not my imagination. When it's not just that the problem that I have with him.
I know, but
Also,
but it is your imagination about Epstein because you don't really have any clue what really went down with Epstein, right?
but I have the fact that he changed his tone. He was saying one thing and then he started saying another.
He never changed his tone?
Yeah, he said that Epstein that he was going to release the files. That
He never said that he was going to release it. He said he would look at it.
Okay, so now we're just going to pretend like that never happened.
He said he would look at it.
Well, we all understood because he made it clear that he was in favor of the American people knowing the truth about what happened. And then when he got in power, Kash Patel and all of those people, they were like, "Oh yes, we're going to release the files."
Right, Kash and them were the ones who were running their mouths.
Yeah, but Kash was doing what Trump told him because they all do what Trump told them.
Kash was not saying what Trump told him to say. Trump never said, "Put on your big boy pants and tell us who the pedophiles are." That's a Kash type of thing. He's not saying what.
We're gonna pretend like that never happened. Like they never said they were.
Wait! You just moved away you just moved away, Alva, from a lie that you said. You claimed that Kash only said what Trump told him to say. That's not true.
That's what they do. That's what they all do. And that when somebody dares to say something different, then Trump flashes out.
Alva.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what you're talking about.
No, you go ahead. You tell me then. Inform me.
I don't know what Trump told Kash to say or not to say, but you made a claim that you have no idea whether that's true or not.
Well, my claim could be my imagination.
It
but
totally
it's
is
not
your
my
imagination.
What is not my imagination
And
is
what's
what's
the
been
hypocrisy
happening
part?
with. Now, the hypocrisy part is when we're all in the same page.
Who's
saying,
we?
Yes. Well, everybody. Jesse was agreeing with that back in
Agreeing
the
with
summer
what?
before Trump.
Wait. Alva. Agreeing with
Trump
what?
is with the fact that Trump was going to release the files.
That
we
is
were all
so
in the
stupid.
same page.
You're such a liar, Alva.
Okay, so we're just
Alva,
gonna pretend
Alva.
like we were like this conversation,
Alva.
like we never really.
Alva.
It was never
Alva.
meant. Yes.
When did you ever hear Jesse talk
I
about?
can't give you a specific
Alva.
date, and you know I'm not gonna be able to do that. You know that, right?
Alva.
And I'm not gonna be able to give a specific date.
Alva. Have you ever heard Jesse say, Trump is going to release the Epstein files? I'm excited about that. I'm on board with that.
I can't give you a specific date.
Did he? I asked you a yes or no.
But
I didn't ask you for a specific
yes,
date.
I probably heard.
Did Jesse ever say?
I think I did.
Did Jesse ever talk about Epstein?
I think all of you were on the same page, and you were.
That's your imagination. You are such a liar. You have no clue what you're talking about.
Many years.
I don't even believe
how do you feel
now.
About Trump being okay, so we can move
Alva,
on past that.
we're not going to move on. You're a liar.
No,
you're a total liar.
You're all a bunch of hypocrites.
You're a hypocrite.
And that's why I stopped following all of you.
Exactly, because you're a hypocrite. You're a traitor.
And you're not for the truth.
You're basically
not for the truth.
You're not for the truth.
Alva, when Trump messed up, you
Alva.
guys, you did not denounce that. You started defending that and making
JLP never talked about it.
Even
Alva.
saying that it was just a fun party. If Trump wants to have a fun party with friends and girls and they want to get with this guy, it's all okay. That's something I heard Jesse say.
Yeah, because
it's just
stupid.
a fun party with friends. It was just a fun party with friends. Making excuses for something that's completely unexcusable and not willing to recognize when something is wrong. That's not for
Alva.
the truth, and that's not for God. And that's why I had to call it out.
You don't know what you're talking about. You need to check yourself.
When I did not agree to get to
you weren't really listening closely, Alva.
No, I want to know, how do you guys feel about Trump being Israel first and not America first? About cutting benefits for Americans and sending money to Israel. How do you guys? I don't know if you guys get donations from the
Let's
Jews.
do one thing at a time, Alva.
No, because you're not giving me any answers. You're just trying to deflect.
Because you're not shutting up.
I want you guys to come.
Alva.
To come clean.
Alva,
and
one
just
thing at a time.
We are pro-Jews, and that's why we defend all of this, because we know that this all has to do with the pedophiles that are in charge and Trump covering up for them.
You don't know what you're talking about with that either.
And that's why I used to love you guys. I used to follow you.
No,
but then
you never did. No, you're fake.
No, because I am for the truth, and you guys are not. And
I'm going to put you on hold. You got to calm down. You're just yapping now. Can we do this in an orderly way, Alva? Let's do it with one thing at a time, if you really want to talk. Let's see if I can bring her on. What do we want to talk about? What do we
about Nick Fuentes?
Alva, you were still yapping. You were still yapping, but you were on hold.
It doesn't work that way. I'm literally talking. I'm not.
No,
yapping.
you're yapping.
No, I'm not.
I had you on hold. Did you know that you were on hold?
No, I'm waiting for you to talk.
So when I start talking, are you going to start talking?
That doesn't work with me. Those tactics don't work with me, but you can say whatever you need to say.
When I start talking, are you going to start talking?
No.
All right. So you lied about Jesse and me. We never talked about the Epstein thing. I said that I clowned on that woman before she killed herself, allegedly. We never fell for that Me Too crap and the every man is a pedophile crap. That's your total imagination. Maybe you lumped us in and you got us confused with somebody else that you listened to. But we've never joined in on the attack on men. And that's all this Epstein thing ever was just a big attack on men. And so that's fake. And so you're lying about it. So you totally lied about that. And then,
So the Epstein files is just an attack on men. It's not really something that happened.
yeah, you don't actually know what, you don't actually even know what happened.
Powerful people being in charge and being perverts and
See, now you're yapping.
It has nothing to do with that, right?
I don't know.
Well,
all right. So Alva, the second thing that you talked about, what did you talk about?
No, I'm saying I want to know, how do you feel about the Jews and Nick Fuentes, and I want to know.
I love the Jews. I love Nick Fuentes.
And how do you feel about Trump being Israel first and not
He's not
America
Israel first. He's America first.
Well, so far all he's doing is to protect Israel.
You don't know what you're talking about. So when he's deporting illegals, is that just to protect Israel?
No, that's not to protect
all right,
Israel.
And so when he's imposing the tariffs, is that to protect Israel?
How is that helping us? Because I don't see my bills going down.
Is that to protect Israel? To impose the tariffs?
How is that helping me, though?
Is it protecting Israel?
Because
you said everything that he's doing is to protect Israel.
No, you guys. I used to hear how you guys were a cult, and I didn't believe it because I thought.
And so, Alva, now you're yapping.
No, I'm not yapping.
Now you're yapping
because
you don't want
truth and you don't like it.
I'm telling the truth and you don't like it. You don't like it.
And also because
Alva.
You know what you like? You probably get some donations from some Jews, and that's why you are okay with Trump doing what he's doing and protecting the pedophiles, which probably are a bunch of Jews as well. He's Israel first.
Are you one of those? First. Are you a pedophile, Alva?
No, I'm not.
Then why are you making up stuff about us from your evil imagination?
I don't have to make nothing about nobody.
You're just like Marjorie Trader Green.
You know, because I have my own brain, and I don't need people to tell me how to think.
You do not have your own brain.
Why when I started hearing Jesse lying about that and making excuses,
he never lied about anything.
It made me wake up. But you have a bunch of followers that have a mental problems, and they need somebody to follow, and they don't know how to think for themselves. And that's why when they heard Jesse talking all that nonsense, they still continue to listen. And I just want to let you all know, you need to follow God. No, he always says it all the time.
Are you following God when you're slandering us?
Follow no man.
Are you following
Alva?
Are you going to shut up?
And defending.
Put her on hold. She's yapping, making up accusations. Some peace and quiet.
The donations.
She's still talking. Alva, you're on hold. Nobody can hear you. And you're making up fake accusations that, we're people. Look at her.
And everybody,
Alva.
Stop.
All right, I put her back on hold. Wait for her to finish. A little peace and quiet. That's the devil. Let's see if she's still yapping.
So stop listening.
Oh, Lord. Do you guys want to hear what she's yapping about? Or do we just hang up?
And you have no family.
Imagine being married to this and just, you can't turn her off. You can't just mute.
All right. Have a good day. God, for real.
Hey, Alva. Oh, she hung up. She tucked her tail between her legs and ran. A hypocrite. A coward. Who's paying her? Satan is paying her on an ego trip. Thor mode, Trump in June of 2024 said, yeah, I would release them. But he also said, I would look at that. If you look further in it, he said, yeah, I would certainly look at that. You're cutting off. You're acting like those people who went after Alex Jones, Thor mode. Here, let me show Thor mode's thingamajigger. His super chat. Hold on. Trump was never into the Epstein mess. Oh, here we go. Fast forward that. Go over here. Thor mode says, oh yeah, I can't zoom in very well. Trump, June 2024, yeah, I would release them. And if you search this Thor mode, I bet you there's more to it. He said, I would look at it. Here, let's see. He said, yeah, I would, when he was asked. Asked, not something that he campaigned on. Fox and Friends, would you declassify the Epstein files? Yeah, I would. There. Yeah, I would. However, the unedited answer aired later included a caveat. I guess I would. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff, because there was a lot of phony stuff that the whole world, but I think I would. I would certainly look at it. In your face, store mode. Thank you, sir, for the super chat. In your face. Trump is way more fair than you guys. Tell Tebriga. Who do you trust more, Fuentes or Trump's Cash Patel, Hake? Obviously, Fuentes. I don't trust Cash Patel. That's not Trump's Cash Patel. Cash Patel is his own wild-eyed person. Silly dude person. But I don't trust either of them. But Fuentes is our future president. If he says something going on, then maybe there is. But who knows what he knows? Because he'll make a claim and then he'll go back and, like Fuentes himself and Alex Jones. Alex Jones has said stuff, and he's gotten sued for $1 billion over it. Ridiculous. Stupid. And it went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court rejected him. See, this thing is not zooming. Pinch and zoom, baby. And then Nick Fuentes said, I'm a fan of old, what's his name? Stalin. And then it comes back, no, I'm not a fan of Stalin. People talk imprecisely. That's how people talk. So it doesn't, every word that they say, you're not supposed to hold them to it. Because people say stuff and they're speaking loosely and you don't know what they mean. And they may mean in a sense, or they mean maybe, or they think, When he said, hey, parents, the HyPoCRiTe didn't happen. And then he made the joke about the cookies, 6 million cookies. And it was so funny. And then when he's talking seriously about it, he's like, I don't know what actually happened, but it's, questionable. So, same thing. Cash Patel is very silly. But I like him because he'll see Charlie Kirk in Valhalla. So I like Cash. But I like Nick more. Not that we play favorites. I love everybody the same. Nice. And it's so ridiculous. Here, you guys need to read more Michael Tracy. Maybe you guys need to read more Michael Tracy. How about that? Because Michael Tracy is exposing this Epstein stuff as a bunch of Russia stuff. Now, there's people like Ann Coulter who've been saying stuff on their things, on her Substack, that there's sketchy stuff going on and the FBI is incompetent. They had this female FBI agent who raided his New York home and safe and found a binder full of CDs or whatever that had stuff and names and things like that. And I don't know what it meant. And she didn't know what it meant. She didn't take it with her. And so who knows? But as the way it stands, there's no evidence to what you guys are talking about. And you're trying to link it to Israel. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever. Did you hear that old Huckabee met with that Israel spy guy? At first, I wanted to be like, oh, I like that Israel spy. Whatever, it's fine. So what, they spied on us. But, whatever. I'm not into that. It's not right. This people-pleasing stuff. I don't like that. So I don't trust. I've never really liked or trusted Huckabee all that much. Or his daughter. They're nice. But that's the problem. Yeah, I do not trust Cash Patel in either direction. Put on your big boy pants. I think he was yapping like he knew what he was talking about because he's like a grandstander type of a guy, I think. He's excitable. So Trump selectively quoted Valhalla Cash. Okay, Eric, with your 5 coffees or 10 coffees. My goodness. Thank you, sir. Forgive your mother. She did the best she could with the information she had at the time. And he puts it in a button form, is the devil, is brainwashing, is mind control. Who controls the flow of information? The media. Who is the media? It's the people who run the news networks, papers, social media, schmornography. He says porn. Hollywood, music, entertainment, banks, government, education. Who are they? Sorry, I'm not allowed to talk about that. So, go forgive your mother. It helps you see where our mother's brainwashing came from so we can identify the source of ours. As society becomes more degenerate, women become worse mothers. It's important to understand why that is. Indeed. Indeed. Yeah. If you overcome the mother, then you're not controlled by them or your own fake self, all puffed up on your ego, thinking that you know. That woman, Alva, did not understand Jesse's spiritual message. She's a phony woman and just into politics. And there's nothing worse than a phony woman who's just into politics. I is the devil. She's full of herself. She's full of the devil.